What happens when potentially dangerous people infiltrate the armed forces? Here we bring you 17 gangs that have a presence in the US military. It's estimated that between 1 and 2% of American soldiers are affiliated with a gang. Why would gang members join the military? Some use it as a way out, hoping to begin a new life without facing the consequences that come with leaving a gang. Others are offered the choice between prison or military service, but some have bigger plans. Many gang members infiltrate the military in order to receive specialized training in weapons, combat, and convoy that they can use to their advantage in gang warfare. Weapon smuggling is also a common reason for gang infiltration. Number 17. The Bandidos Motorcycle Gang. The Bandidos is an outlaw biker gang with over 5,000 members internationally. They're considered to be one of the most violent motorcycle gangs in the United States and are involved in a variety of criminal activity, including drug trafficking and even murder. The Bandidos are known to have several members in the US military. In fact, a staff sergeant for the US Air Force also happens to be the president of a Bandido support club. The gang reportedly tries to recruit members of the military attracted to their steady income, knowledge of combat, and dedication to a cause. Number 16. The Gangster Disciples. Originating from the south side of Chicago, the Gangster Disciples have a sizable presence in the military, and graffiti associated with the gang has been reported in Iraq. On July 3, 2005, members of the Gangster Disciple beat Sergeant Jawan Johnson of the US Army to death in the small German town of Honichen, led by Airman Rico Williams. The beating lasted 6 minutes and was part of an initiation ceremony into the gang. When the beating stopped, the sergeant begged the members to take him to the hospital, but Williams refused. The sergeant later died from multiple blunt force trauma, and Rico Williams was sentenced to 22 years in prison. Number 15. The Mexican Mafia. The Mexican Mafia is one of the largest and most notorious prison gangs in the United States. Their influence is so great that members from other prison gangs often seek their protection and join forces with them once they're sent to prison. The Mexican Mafia controls a large portion of the narcotics trade in California and acts as a wholesaler to other California gangs. Along with having members in the military, they allegedly deal in arms trades with US soldiers. Number 14. The Tiny Rascal Gang. The Tiny Rascal Gang is a Cambodian-American street gang with over 10,000 members. They're often considered to be one of the most dangerous street gangs in the United States, involved in a wide range of criminal activity, including auto theft, extortion, and murder. Graffiti related to the gang has been reported in Iraq, suggesting they have a sizable presence in the US military. Number 13. The National Alliance White Supremacist Group. The National Alliance is a white supremacy gang with neo-Nazi and anti-Semitic beliefs. While white supremacists have a strong military presence in general, some groups are stronger than others. In 2004, police caught a sergeant in the US Army who was also a member of the National Alliance trying to ship an AK-47 from Fort Bragg to his father in Washington. To avoid suspicion, he attempted to take the gun apart and ship it in several pieces. After he was caught, police found that he was in possession of racist propaganda, ammunition, and more weapons. He was released from prison after a short time and allowed to keep his personal firearms. They've since been linked to several incidents and crimes. Number 12. The King Cobras. The King Cobras is a New Zealand-based gang with an international reach. One member managed to infiltrate the US Marines and use his military training to organize other gang members based in Camp Pendleton, a Marine Corps air station. He taught other members how to observe and ambush rival gang members, specifically from the Lau family gang. Nobody was injured during this attempt, but he was arrested on the base. Investigators found military-issued weapons manuals in his home. Number 11. The Norteños. The Norteños refers to a number of loosely affiliated gangs originating from Northern California who pay tribute to the prison gang Nuestra Familia. they're heavily involved in drug trafficking. On January the 9th, 2005, U.S. Marine Andres Rea was outside of George's Liquors in Ceres, California with a loaded firearm. Police were called to the scene and Rea immediately began shooting, killing one officer before he was shot dead. Investigations revealed that he was never involved in active combat during his tour, but he was affiliated with the Norteños, and many believe this act was gang-related or an attempt at suicide. Number 10. Florencia 13. Florencia 13 is a Soreno gang originating from southern Los Angeles. They've close ties with the Mexican mafia and are involved in drug trafficking. They're a primarily Hispanic American gang and have a history of targeting African Americans in their neighborhoods, often without reason or motive. Florencia 13 graffiti has been seen in Iraq, suggesting a U.S. military presence. Number 9. Barrio 18. Barrio 18, also known as the 18th Street Gang, is the largest street gang in California, with between 30 and 50,000 members, with a strong presence in the United States, Honduras, and El Salvador, and has close ties with the Mexican Mafia and Soreno street gangs. They're involved in all varieties of street crime. It's said that at least one person in Los Angeles is assaulted or robbed by the gang every day. With so many members, it should come as no surprise that there are several Barrio 18 gangsters in the US military, and gang-related graffiti has been reported in Iraq as proof. Number 8. The Aryan Brotherhood. The Aryan Brotherhood is a white-only prison gang known for murder, extortion, robbery, and narco-trafficking. Although they're a white supremacist gang, they have an alliance with the Mexican Mafia. Not only was Aryan Brotherhood graffiti found in Iraq, but there's been numerous publications suggesting that a significant number of the gang's members are involved in the US military. Stephen Barry, a former Special Forces officer who held the title of the gang's military unit coordinator, published an article in National Alliance magazine urging new military members to insist on being assigned to light infantry, claiming that the upcoming ethnic cleansing war would be an infantryman's war. Stormfront, a white supremacist website affiliated with the gang, displayed a message saying, "There are others among you in the forces. You are never alone." Number 7. Barrio Azteca. Barrio Azteca is a Texas-based gang with thousands of members and alliances with the Mexican Mafia and MS-13. They're known for crimes such as contract killing, murder, torture, and drug and human trafficking. They've been known to seek out specially trained soldiers to murder high-profile people that impede their criminal activity. They've also hinted that some of their members joined the military to receive highly specialized training and then return to the streets to share their knowledge. Number 6. The Latin Kings. The Latin Kings is the oldest and largest Hispanic street gang in the world. They differ from other street gangs because of their respect for discipline and impressive organization of their group. They live by a very strict code of conduct and even have a specific protocol for misbehavior, although they're still heavily involved in crime. A number of Latin Kings are known to be members of the US military, likely for specialized training. Latin Kings graffiti has also been found in Iraq. Number 5. The Ku Klux Klan. Although the Ku Klux Klan is often referred to as a political movement, it could be classified as a gang because of its criminal history and gang-like behavior. The KKK is widespread in the US military, and they worry about how having KKK sympathizers and members will affect race relations within their ranks. They're also concerned about military-grade weapons falling into the wrong hands. Number 4. The Hells Angels. The Hells Angels is one of the most infamous gangs in the world. A sizable number of Hells Angels members have served in the military, and the gang has allegedly tried to recruit military personnel because of their training and expertise. Additionally, dependent children of military personnel are considered to be at high risk for gang activity. Gang members often target these kids because their lifestyle creates the need for the stability that gangs claim to offer. The president of the Hells Angels, Fayetteville, a retired Special Forces soldier, reportedly makes frequent visits to Fort Bragg, raising suspicion that the Hells Angels are involved in this type of recruiting practice. Number 3. MS-13, Mara Salvatrucha. The MS-13 gang, also known as Mara Salvatrucha, is known for their violence and belief of merciless retribution. They originated in Los Angeles and also have a significant presence in Central America, notably in El Salvador. They often commit crimes and murders just to build their reputation, killing innocent people simply to make a point. Studies have reported that they've been increasing their presence both within the military and around military bases, likely for recruitment and to gain specialized training. Number 2. The Bloods. The Bloods, a street gang originating in Los Angeles, has had a significant role in the US military, and several crimes have been committed by military personnel affiliated with the gang. In 2005, a military police officer with ties to the Bloods was found guilty of stealing body armor from an Air Force base and selling it to gang members. In 2006, an active duty soldier and member of the gang robbed a bowling alley that was located on the base. Also, in 2006, juvenile dependents of military personnel and 2 members of the Bloods were accused of murdering a rival gang member. Number 1. The Crips. The Crips are one of the most notorious gangs in the United States. The gang's graffiti has been seen around military bases in Germany, Italy, and Japan. In 2005, a Crip who joined the US Army was assigned to the Finance Battalion and was later found guilty of being involved in drug distribution while still serving. In 2006, 18 members of the Crips, 4 of whom were US Marines, were arrested for planning to attack a high school in Columbia, South Carolina. Allegedly, the 4 Marines had visited the high school multiple times in an effort to recruit new members.
Hey guys, it's Angelo, producer of this channel. I wanted to let you all know I've set up a Patreon account where I'll be offering very exciting and very exclusive bonus footage available only to people on Patreon. There, your voice will be heard regarding things you want to see and which direction I take my channel. Click on the end screen here to find out more, or on the link in the description below. Thanks guys, and I hope to see you on Patreon soon.